Hi, Soul Fam. Namaste, Shalom, Assalamu Alaikum. It's been a while. I apologise. Not through lack of wanting to do any videos, but they are, as I say, I'm being gang stalked. And I mentioned before, one of my last videos, YouTube took down, saying it was against community guidelines. And then I was banned, hence the gap. So, and it was banned because they're saying the information was basically, it doesn't go with what the WHO says, despite the information provided having come directly from local authorities and hospitals. So it's like the raw data. But hey, and I've also been banned from Facebook. So I've been banned. How many times this last week? 3 times. 3 times. The first time was for 24 hours. No, the first 2 times was for 24 hours. And then the last time is for 3 days. So I'm still banned for another 2 days, I think it is. So yeah, and then Instagram as well. I had a ban on Instagram this week. So it's all a bit crazy, to say at the very least. What I find is funny is how these platforms are so quick. And bear in mind, the information so on Facebook, the reason I got banned the first time was because I shared information about I forget what was it? It's the president of somewhere, I want to say Tanzania, somewhere like that, right? And last year he came out saying that they've come up with a herbal cocktail that cures COVID. And that got shut down quick, obviously. But then I'd seen on various groups links to this sort of spreadsheet of data which corresponds to what he says. So I tried to share it, and as I have mentioned this before, but while I was typing it, they blocked it. Not after I posted it, whilst I was typing. So that was the first one. Then the second one was it was a meme or whatever of statistics around COVID and kids based on actual statistics from government sites. And they took that down as well, and then they blocked me for that. And then on Instagram's the funniest one. I tried. Oh, that was it. It was a post about it. It was a tree. This is all it was. It was a tree that had fallen down, and from that tree, 4 trees had grown up from that one tree lying down, and it was about never giving up. And they blocked me for that. And they're saying, they're literally because I've got hashtag COVID-19 in all of my posts. Every single one of my posts gets a warning put on it on any platform about information to do with COVID. It doesn't matter what it could be. It could be a picture of a unicorn, and I put a COVID. If I put hashtag COVID-19 on it, that's it. It's got a warning about the information in my post, even though there's nothing in there. So, what I was realizing is, does no one else think how funny it is? How shit hot quick they are at shutting people down who are trying to share information. It's just information that goes to actual, their own statistics. This is the thing. It's like links to VAERS or the yellow card system and that. And then they want to say that data is not real or that's misinformation. It's like, no, that's actual information. That's actual information that they're recording. So how can you say it's misinformation? And so there's that issue with fact checkers not having a fucking clue what they're talking about. And then there's the other more important thing, which is so they can get people like that and switch them down and block them for days, and take them off for anything related to COVID-19. But they can't for paedophiles, terrorists, and racists. They seem incapable of doing this. It's the exact same thing, but they haven't managed to do it for those categories. Seems a little odd. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's where I've been. But just got to shout out like a massive so much love. So much love. Everybody is doing an absolutely sterling job right about now. Aren't you? Like, seriously. It's amazing. And there's here's another one. So how many protests were there at the weekend? I think there was 150 countries. And like for France, they had 150 protests just in France, and not a single mention. Or if there was, it was like I'll just look at these few people here, like as if brushing it off like it's nothing in one place. That's it. Like, what? That's on mainstream media. They ain't got a fucking clue. They're just trying to hide that from people. So, to all of those people all over the world that are protesting, God love you. Like, you are doing an amazing job. It's difficult for me to get out because my mum, she's a bit, she stresses out when I go to the corner shop, and that's like 10 minutes away. Do you know what I mean? So, I'm just doing what I can from here. But, just yes. So much yes. Amazing. What was the other thing I was going? Oh yeah. So I sent I put up a post as well. I was like, for anyone anywhere that's just fed up with it all, if you've been affected in any way, which I mean everybody has, this is the thing, every single person has been affected in some way. So whether it's you know, you've lost your business, your job, revenue, staff, your house, you know, your health's been affected, whether that be from having COVID or from adverse reaction to a vaccine if you've had it, or just anything. If you've been affected in any way and you're just pissed off right now, there are so listen, I've joined all these groups, right? My phone's like ping, 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 ping. And there's literally a group in every city of people that are like mine, basically just fed up, and they're just getting together and sharing all the information between everybody and everybody all around the world as well, because all of the groups are connected. Like some people are in obviously multiple groups, so there's like this chain reaction, like flow of information instantly. And you know, that just being around others that are feeling the same, that are frustrated, but also the access to the information from all around the world. This is the thing, you have access to not just people locally that think the same, but people abroad that think the same, and doctors, nurses, lawyers, like there's literally all sorts all over the world, all sharing information between each other. So if you're, you know, struggling right now, and you find one of these groups, seriously, find one of these groups, because the thing is, we're all going through it, and whatever it is you're going through, there's always somebody that's been through it already, so they can share that, their actual life experience, their knowledge with you, their hints and tips on how to get through it, how they'd got through it. Whatever it is, literally any situation that you can think of that you are experiencing, or there is always somebody that's been through that already. They know the way out of that place. So find your group. I was watching what's it called, Dr. Pimple Popper. So, and on there was two girls, right, and they had a little cyst on their wrist, and they wanted to have them removed, and they had found each other on a Facebook group for people with cysts. They'd never met, but they flew to Dr. Pimple Popper, met for the first time, to have their cyst removed at the same time. So what she said, she was like, you know, they found, because having something on your skin that's, visible. And like, I've got scars and I hate them, but they're there, aren't they? So I just got to deal with it. I look better with the tan. The tan hides it, so that's why I tend to fake tan. So, but the point is, they found each other and they found comfort in that. They found comfort from finding loads of other people that had the same things as them. And not only that, then obviously they went and, they found that they can have it removed, and that Dr. Pimple Popper, the pimple popping wizard, sorted that out for them. So there's a group out there for everyone, literally. So you're not, and no one's ever alone. No one's ever alone. Even when you're stuck in a house, you're not. You may be physically, but you're not. Not if you don't. Not if you don't want to be. You can connect with anybody anywhere. So yeah. But the other thing was, what was it? Oh yeah. I've just watched this thing. I'm going to be honest with you, to turn my stomach. Got linked to it from one of the groups that I'm in. And it's about human trafficking, child trafficking and stuff. It's one of them ones where it's like, I wish I hadn't watched it. I really wish I hadn't watched it. But I suppose at the same time, maybe I needed to see it to really understand how horrific that whole thing there is. With the adrenochrome, whatever you want to call it. It's like, I watched this thing about these tribes. So in Africa, is it the Pygmy tribe? And people eat them, literally. There are cannibals that specifically go after this tribe because they're supposed to have something, or I don't know whether it's an actual fact or whether it's just a sort of, I don't know, like from history, or I don't know. But people kill pygmies and eat them. This is not a story. This is actual fact. And this, what I just watched, was like that. And this is to do with that human trafficking, and that how do you pronounce it? Adrenochrome it's like, what again? It's a bit like watching Silence of the Lambs, but it's real. Just thinking about it now, it's making me feel sick, actually. So, oh, sorry. Yeah, they eat the pineal gland. They eat the pineal gland of children. Yeah, you heard that right. Because it's supposed to be the the blood of a child. As I know this is going down, but I'm going to go back up. But when I needed to cover this because I watched it earlier and it just really upset me. And I was thinking about that, that Operation Underground Railroad, because that guy, is it Tim Ballard? He must be some next level superhero doing what he's doing, what he must have to see, or what, and obviously what the children that he rescues must have seen. So the blood itself, the chemical, it's adrenaline in the blood of a child that's afraid, essentially. And the chemical that is produced, that adrenochrome, is the purest. They call it an elixir. I was trying to find this thing now. I don't even know if I want to look at it. It's got a chemical compound like CH, whatever. I can't remember now. But in this video, and this is what they do in human trafficking for like organs and this is real. This is happening. It's horror movie shit. It's literally horror movie level, but it's real. And anyone out there that is involved in that shit, they gotta go. And no messing around. I'm gonna move away from that because it's a tough topic. The the other thing I want to say is, can someone please tell me where is all the monarchy? Like, where all of them? Where are they? Where are they? What are they doing? Can someone tell me? Other than draining their countries, the people's money, what exactly do they do? But you just look, I mean, obviously, I've sort of deep dived into history over this time here, but just even the last 16 months, what have they done for their countries? Not a fucking thing. Not a single thing. What is the point of them? What is the point of any of them? Like, all they do, they go around handshaking people. Like, who gives a fuck? Who are you? You're nobody. Literally. You're literally nobody. You don't mean fuck all. They have not done a single thing for the people during a crisis. Like, there's just no point in them whatsoever. And that's without even going into the, cuckoo cuckoo club. Just on the basis of the last 60 months alone, surely people should be awake enough to go, hold on a minute. Why are we paying for them? Why? They don't do anything. They don't do anything. They don't deserve any respect. They haven't earned any respect. They haven't earned the right. They haven't earned anything. To be sat up there aloof, looking down at everybody else. Like, no, they got to go as well. They have to. And who else was I going to go to? Seriously, I've been. Oh, listen, right. Oh, look. No, I'll talk about something else. So, can we just think about this logically, right? Where are we? Oh yeah. So I was watching this thing. Now, if you know anybody that's got Alzheimer's or dementia, you know how scary and terrifying that is for them, but also for the whole family. Right? Now, did you know that Alzheimer's and dementia are both preventable diseases? Right? So if you knew now that you could prevent yourself from getting Alzheimer's and dementia, but it would require a change in something, would you do it? Knowing how terrifying and scary that could be if you got it. Bearing in mind, dementia and Alzheimer's is the number one killer per year. You would, wouldn't you? Logic should dictate that you would do whatever you could to ensure that you didn't get it. So I've talked about this before, because it is essentially, I hate to go back to it, and this is another thing about this, they're bringing in this bloody social scoring, and if you eat, carrot stick eating healthily type thing. This is just fucking bullshit. And it's not about, we should not need to be told to eat healthily. We shouldn't. We should not. We shouldn't be buying into this scoring system, incentives, because there's also penalties for if you don't. That's just another method of control. Everyone should know. And it's just knowing what you're consuming and the effect that it has. And this is going into this dementia and Alzheimer's. So there was a couple, and the wife had obviously got Alzheimer's, and they'd been part of a study, and it's basically, and it's come out that obviously there is a direct correlation between when having high cholesterol in your 40s and getting Alzheimer's in your 60s. And there is also a correlation between excessive drinking, high cholesterol, air pollution, exposure to air pollution, and getting dementia and Alzheimer's. So if you've got high cholesterol from eating shit, if drinking excessively and being around air pollution a lot, there's a high chance that you will get Alzheimer's and dementia. That's a statistical fact based on this research they've just done. So it's hard because people want to do what they want to do, and that, you know, that again is a right. You should be able to do what you want to do, but also we should know all of the consequences of those things. We should have known those from the get-go. You know what I mean? It's like, we know, but do we? Or we just bury our head in the sand? Or I suppose anything in moderation is okay, and anything in excess is a liability. But obviously, if you can prevent yourself from having getting Alzheimer's and dementia by being a bit more conscious about what you eat in your earlier life, then surely that would make sense. So I'm going to put some links in. I've got I did on Friday, I did for fun I did a course start to finish on Friday night. It was like 14 modules. It wasn't like long 14 modules from the National Institute of Cognitive Behavioural Medicine in treating clients that have anger management issues. So there's some, but actually, do you know what? There was just some really interesting information in there, and it's like, it's really hard sometimes to be honest with yourself, isn't it? Like, when you've got a good friend and they tell you, don't they? You're really good. Your proper friends will tell you when you're being a dick, or if you're doing something that's dangerous, and you might not like it, and you probably won't, and you're probably going to be wrong and strong and ignore them completely. But at some point, you will go, at least to yourself in quiet times, that, yeah, you're right, they were right. But it is always hard to look in the mirror and be honest with yourself about the things that you're doing that are either creating or keeping you in the position that you're in. If you're angry or depressed or stressed or anxious or stuck in a relationship that you don't want, or whatever it is. it's important we've got to face our fears right now. Not just our individual fears, but our collective fears. We've got to face them head on. There's no if, buts, or ands about it. And like, particularly I find that because of being with, and I don't want to go on about it, because I have been with a narcissist and then come out the other side, and having that whole experience, being able to, hindsight is a wonderful thing. But when I look back, and like from the get-go, so many people were like, he's lying. Right? And they witnessed his behaviour towards me. And, they would tell me to my face, they'd give me the evidence, show me the evidence. I even had people send me the stuff. Girls. So many people. My friends, his friends. I didn't want to believe it. So it wasn't that it wasn't true. It wasn't that there wasn't the evidence. I just didn't want to believe it. So I just kind of convinced myself that they were all lying. Well, I didn't. He convinced me. And obviously deep down, I didn't want it to be true. And that's how that manipulation and works. Because in that scenario, obviously, from my experience, I was just so I was in love with him, and I didn't want to believe that somebody could do that to me, because I wouldn't do it to him. And I found it really hard, even though it's like right in front of my face the entire time, and it just obviously got worse and worse, and then with the violence and the and because of that, that's what I'm saying, because of that experience, this is why it's important with what's going on right now, so I can see it's like, and being connected to all these different groups and having all these different people and all over, and the number of protests and the millions of people, and it's doctors, nurses, lawyers all over the world, all taking up legal cases. This isn't a joke. This is real. And there are people that have had vaccines and are regretting it, because obviously all the people that have side effects, but I mean other people, because they're obviously also seeing these so many. Why would so many? Literally, you've got to think, why would so many doctors and nurses and lawyers speak out? Why would they? They're putting their lives on the line. They're putting their reputations on the line. They're putting their jobs on the line. They're putting their families at risk. Why would they do that? They're all, and also collectively, they're all saying the same fucking thing. And it's horrible to think, and it's horrible to have been lied to. But burying our head in the sand and pretending that it isn't a lie, or that they aren't corrupt and they aren't doing these things, which they are blatant. proven to be doing on a daily basis, not just like, you know, oh, one bad mistake, that's it. No, it's consistent. It's 16 months of non-stop mistakes, non-stop lies, non-stop like corrupt, you know, shady fucking dealings, non-stop by insider trading. They've all got shares in these companies that they have given contracts to during this time. So they're all getting rich out of it as well. This, what was it, 37? So Test and Trace, 37 billion. And that's never even worked properly. 37 billion. And that was all to private companies that are donors for those people. That's a fact. They can't keep up now because there's so many people on this. There's so many people on this in this country. There's so many people on this in every country. And everyone is wising up to it now. So everyone's looking up everything. Everyone's looking at the contracts. Listen. We've got this. Oh, and listen. So 85% of the entire population of the world have a faith. Right? And that's what we should be united in that. The different denominations, but we should be united in the fact that we have a faith in something higher, something that's divine, that source energy. And that is what unites us as well. And this time here, people should be going back. Listen, if you really believe in your whatever faith it is, if you really believe in that faith, and you go back to your texts, your scripture, there's no way you'd be having a vaccine. There ain't. Not if you believed. Not if you had fully had faith in your divine. There is no way. So right now, that 85%, if we get our faith caps on and have absolute unwavering faith, in something bigger than ourselves, in the universe, in the source, in the divine. And if we also, to win at anything, we've already won, but to win at anything, you have to believe. You have to believe that you can win. And you have to believe that you have already won. And you have to be able to imagine that feeling. Imagine winning. This situation, whatever that means to you right now, whatever that is individually and collectively, winning. You have to be able to imagine it. You have to be able to visualize it. You have to be able to focus on it. You have to be able to work towards it. And if every one of that, if those 85% there, obviously the other 15% are included, but if you want to believe, because it still applies even if you don't, you know what I mean? That's true. Anyone who wins at anything, they have to believe they can win it. Doesn't matter what this can apply to anything in life. To win it, to be able to win it, you have to believe that you can. You have to be able to visualize you winning it, whatever that is to you. So that's what we need. That's what we need to do. We need to have absolute unwavering faith. There's no room for doubt. No room for one iota of doubt here. It's just total faith. And the collective visualization of triumph. And how that will feel when we win. And hold that feeling. Hold on to that feeling of winning at this. At this. So I'm going to put some links into the power of visualization, the power of imagination, the power of faith. Yeah. So big up to all the Olympians. I haven't even mentioned the Olympians. I've been too busy. Getting blocked off other social media platforms. So big up to all the Olympians. It must be crazy though. Do you not think? Like they train all their, like they know. They in fact, this is a good example. They'll know what I'm talking about. Working towards something, having it in your mind, like you're gonna win. You know you can win. You believe you can win, and then you win it. Oh, come on. They'll know exactly. So we can do this. We will do this. We must do this. We have already won. I love you. I love you lots. And find your tribe. If you've got they're on any, basically just whatever, if it's to do with what's going on, just tap in warrior or freedom fighter or something. You bring up loads. Don't matter what platform it is, there's loads of them. Find the one nearest to you. Get yourself involved. It's much fun. Oh, before I go, the European Union, no word of a lie, they have written a document, an 18-page document, and it's called It's Not Funny Anymore. And it is literally it's a document. So they've basically come together, this commission, to say that anyone that doesn't agree with government is essentially, so anyone that doesn't agree with them or highlights anything that's wrong, that they might be doing wrong, that they're just plain guilty of, everyone is a far right extremist on that basis. And what they have put into this document is that they're using the anyone that disagrees with them is using humor as a way to incite people. No word of a lie, literally. So I'll put that document. It's funny as fuck. They're just getting desperate. They're clutching at straws. You see what I'm saying? They're making so many. We have got them backed into a corner right about now. All of them, everywhere, all the governments, because they're making so many mistakes, and the evidence is overwhelming. It's not like the odd bit here. No. We've got there's thousands of doctors that are all saying the same thing. There's loads of lawyers. I haven't even touched on ivermectin. You know what I mean? So listen, it's like everything that's happened. Like, shut up! You're so full of shit. You're a liar. End. The end. So where was I going? I've lost my train of thought there. Oh yeah, so being funny's off. That's what they're saying. Can't have fun now. can't have fun anymore, guys. No more fun allowed. Yeah. So that's enough for me for today. I'll put all the links in. Just remember, whatever it is you're going through, and I know it is shit. Listen, it's shit. It is shit. But we can do something about it. We can do something about it. So, virtual hugs, high fives, lots of love, and I will see you hopefully tomorrow if I don't get blocked. Love you.